Welcome back, guys. My name is Daniel Sanchez, CEO of DNA brand MGT.ai, and I'm here today to help you with one of the most difficult processes in the beginning stages of wanting to create a business or a brand. And I'm going to completely help you out today with this quick presentation on what exactly you need to do to go ahead and set up all the business identity elements that you need for your business. What does that mean? That means I'm going to help you out with every process that you need to build up your own business identity, from the name, all the elements that you need to be able to form it before you start going into the legal process and so on. So let's go ahead and get started. And I just want to let you know that this series is to ensure that both, existing entrepreneurs, or especially those that are just considering and making a leap from a 9 to 5, of those that don't even know where to start, I'm going to be able to help you out. And I'm going to be providing these videos for you to help you out with the whole process. And I'll be including the PDFs and presentations available for you to be able to click on for free. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So again, when you're thinking about, all right, I want to start a business, where do I start? Let's go ahead and start off with this. So we'll start off the presentation with BIE. That's what I call it, business identity elements. So what are business identity elements? Well, let's move on. So first of all, the business identity elements are these 5 elements that are going to be extremely important in allowing you to form the identity of your company. So number 1 being company name, the official name of your business that will appear on legal documents, marketing materials, and customer touchpoints. Then mission statement, a concise declaration of your company's purpose and reason for existing in the marketplace. Vision statement, a forward-looking statement that describes what your company aspires to become in the future. Core values, the 3 to 5 fundamental beliefs that guide your company's actions and decisions. And then brand elements, like what? Your brand voice, characteristics, personality traits, an industry category that define how you communicate and position yourself. And these are all very important to ensure that, again, you form your identity. And I want to stop quickly here. Why is this so important? Well, the reason why it's important is just like when you were born, and that's how you have to look at a business, like its own separate identity. Just like when you were born, your parents gave you a name, they gave you an identity, you grew up, whether it be via religion, through some sort of culture, or just growing up as a, regular individual going through the school system. In that process, you form an identity, you form a brand, you form certain elements that make you who you are. And that's what we're discussing. Okay, so let's go back to this presentation. So company name, mission statement, vision statement, core values, and brand elements. Let's quickly dive into each one. Now, company name. How should you choose the company name? Well, your company name is the foundation of your brand identity, and it should be memorable and distinctive, reflective of your business purpose, available as a domain name. You don't know how many times people mess up. They come up with a great name and they don't do either the legal checkup, which is the next point, or they don't check whether some version of the domain is available. So don't get caught up in that mistake. Moving on, legally available to trademark, meaning, quickly here, and I'll stop and quickly explain that, meaning you can have a business name. And further down the line in other videos, I'll explain this whole process, but you go to form an LLC in your specific state. Now, there are systems in place where if you try to get the same business name as another company, they won't allow you. But what people don't know is that 2 companies can have the same name in different states, and people don't know that. And then on top of that, even if you have 2 companies in different states, right, that have the same name, on a federal level, which is the USPTO, there's something called trademark. And again, if you're in violation of the trademark, then essentially you can get into a lot of legal issues. But it's very important that when you're coming up with that company name, not only the domain, but also the trademark, which I'll do other videos to help you out with. Going back to the presentation. So memorable and distinctive, reflective of your business purpose, available as a domain name, legally available to trademark, and easy to pronounce and spell. Right? So let's move along. After company name, you want to think about your mission statement. What is a mission statement? Well, a mission statement clearly articulates your company's purpose and the value you provide to customers. It answers the questions: what do we do? The product and service you provide. How do we do it? Your approach or methodology. And why do we do it? The purpose that drives your business, and who do we do it for? Your target audience and beneficiaries. So it's very important to have this mission statement. It will help you out through the life of your company and ensure that, again, you always stay focused to your true values. Now let's go ahead and move on. Vision statement. Your vision statement describes the future you want to create through your business. So what is it that you really want to accomplish? What's the vision here that you're wanting to have to essentially build this business idea? So to help you out with that element, vision statement, aspirational yet achievable, forward-looking, 3 to 10 years. Is your business just here for today, just for the season, or is it something that's actually going to be long-lasting, that you'll be able to build an actual brand of and become, again, not only generate revenue, but the main idea is to generate revenue, become wealthy. So again, inspiring to stakeholders, aligned with your mission, clear and concise. Then, core values, and it can be 3 or 5. So core values are fundamental beliefs that guide your company's actions, decisions, and culture. They should be authentic, truly reflect what your company stands for, and not just what sounds good. You don't know how many times people, just to be politically correct or whatever it is, come up with these core values that don't in any way, shape, or form align with either the business or the company culture. So don't just do it to fit in. Make sure that you do something that really means something to you as a founder or as an employee or as an asset, as an element of that brand identity. Ensure you have something that really resonates with your message, with your mission statement, with your vision statement as well. So again, authentic, actionable, guide real behavior and decision making in your organization, and memorable, easy to recall and reference in daily operations. Moving along. Brand voice and characteristics. So your brand voice is how your company speaks to audiences across all communications. It should be consistent and reflect your brand personality. So, a couple things to consider in the brand voice: tone, language, and perspective. Tone, formal versus casual, serious versus playful, authoritative versus friendly. Language, simple versus technical, direct versus metaphorical, traditional versus trendy. Then perspective, first person as we versus second person, you, versus third person, neutral. And this is very important when it comes to the brand voice. I'll let you know directly with DNA Brand Management, and I've gone through the process, and we've been in business for nearly 6 years now. Again, in the beginning, I've done so many different changes, and we have different, like for instance, we have DNABrandMGT.com. Well, this is more of initially in the starting up stages of the company, where it was very black and white, very geared towards your traditional type of entrepreneur, prospect, and client that we had in mind. With DNABrandMGT.ai, we're a little bit more futuristic, right? A little bit more live, a little bit more color, and that allows you to expand a bit more when it comes to your audience group. But again, you have to go ahead and be able to determine what's the right brand voice for my company. Are we going to be extremely serious and very professional, not joke around and always get straightforward, straight to business? Then again, you're going to cater to a particular audience or niche group. Or are you going to be extremely friendly? It all comes with its own consequences, right? Cause and effect. But again, it's up for you to be able to determine, but you have to put it down on paper so that you understand what you're doing. Moving along. So again, tone, language, and perspective. After that, brand personality traits. If your brand were a person, how would you describe them? Brand personality traits humanize your company and help customers relate to you emotionally. So choose 3 to 5 adjectives that best describe your brand's personality, such as innovative, traditional, playful, sophisticated, rugged, sincere, authoritative, friendly, adventurous, luxurious, accessible, rebellious. These are all very important elements that you need to define. You have to be able to define this. Don't just kind of leave it for an audience to guess. Be clear about it, defend it, stand behind it. And if you need to innovate and change at any point in time, do so. A brand is just, again, I'll always compare it to an identity, to an individual. It starts off as its infancy and begins to slowly and progressively change and evolve as the years go by, as technologies, markets are introduced, whatever it is. But again, it's important that every step of the way you revisit this, at least, I think so, every quarter to truly understand and jot it down in paper, documented, what are our characteristics as a brand? If this was a person, what would they sound, look, and feel like? Moving along. industry category and vertical, right? Very important. Identifying your specific industry category helps position your brand appropriately and target the right audience. So primary industry, subcategory, and market position, right? So first of all, prime industry, the main sector your business operates within. Is that healthcare? Is that technology? Is that education? Is that hospitality? Then subcategory, the specific niche within your industry, telemedicine, SaaS, online learning, and market position, where you fit in your industry, luxury, mid-market, budget, B2B, B2C. Listen, I'll tell you myself quickly, I struggled with this in the beginning because I wanted to cater to everyone. And I have. And it came with its own set of successes. It allowed me to gain experience through multiple different type of industries and business sectors. But I never regret anything in business. But again, something I wish I would have done differently is hyper focus on a specific market, on a niche group, so that I can cater to that audience and provide them everything that they need. I now specialize more in technology, and though I offer branding for a number of different industries now, because I somewhat went along with my mistake. And even though I had an opportunity to focus, again, I went on with it. You can push through it, but it would have been a lot easier and much faster to scale if I would have just focused specifically on a niche group. And I've seen it countless times with SMBs, with solopreneurs, even corporations. You try to cater to everyone and you end up getting no one, which is the truth. So going back, again, primary industry, subcategory, and market position. Now, that's it for today. And again, we thank you and appreciate your time and interest in building a strong business identity. If you want to discuss anything about your brand, please reach out to me, comment. We have all our contact information. You'll see it in the comments. You'll see it in the links. Please reach out to us. We love to help connect with you and build your brand. Any questions you have, DNA Brand Management, we're available here to be able to discuss the whole branding process for you, as well as digital marketing and allowing you to be able to evolve your brand and get to revenue and really take it from an idea, from a simple dream to an actual reality, something tangible, something that can really make a social impact in any business sector or market that you want. So please reach out to us. But I hope you like this presentation. You will see the PDF available for you to be able to click and download, and hope you enjoy it. And please look forward and click and subscribe, so any new videos that we release, you can immediately enjoy it for free. All right. Thank you very much.